I came across this article from Business Insider. Microsoft study identifies 40 jobs AI chatbots are likely to help automate, and those where the tech is barely being used. Found this very interesting. So, in fact, for Stratos AI, chatbots are our most kind of common and popular solution that businesses want. It fits loads of different use cases within a business, which I'll cover in just a second. And they're pretty affordable, accessible, easily deployed, and it does give the business a lot of leverage, help streamline their business massively so that the staff can maybe relocate their efforts elsewhere where there's higher value tasks. But in this case, researchers analyzed 200,000 conversations with Microsoft Copilot. And these are the jobs here with the highest AI applicability score. First, we have coming in at number one, interpreters and translators with the highest score. So if you are in this field, be worried. AI is coming. This is where AI really starts to play, comes into, we don't no longer need those humans sat there being paid all that money to interpret. We can just ask AI and it will do the job probably more effectively as well. Because where humans generally understand one or two different dialects of the same language, AI will probably understand all of it. So no matter where that conversation, in that one conversation, you speak Arabic, if you speak French, if you speak English, it will have to interpret all the different languages. I would be worried if I was an interpreter and translator for sure. Second, historians. This is, I find, very interesting because to my limited and naive knowledge, historians are very much, you need to have a log of data in your head of every event in history or whatever you specialize in. And that's tough to do, right? There's not everything that you can take into account. And you're trying to draw a conclusion based on that history. Here, AI has access to all history. So it can even tie in different timelines, periods, different civilizations into the one thing. It is something I like to do, studying ancient Egypt and the Aztecs. So I understand some of the challenges around this, but historians, I'd be worried. Third, passenger attendants. Fourth, sales representatives of services. Like I said, chatbots are our most popular solution here at Stratos AI. And the reason being is the way in which we deploy them as receptionists slash sales agents. On the receptionist side, if leads are coming into maybe their website or coming into a business WhatsApp or whatever medium it is, an AI chatbot is there to engage the lead, to educate the lead, talks exactly like a human. You'd never be able to tell that it is a chatbot. We can customize the theme and the dynamic and the nature of the chatbot. And it just takes all the workload away from receptionists or even sales agents as well. So it's a great tool, great technology. I can see why that is high up on the list. Writers and authors, look, everybody's drafting their ebooks, their emails, their lead magnets, and all sorts via AI. They're using probably ChatGPT to do this. People are selling these same books on Amazon as well, and they're making an absolute killing off it. Customer service representatives, like I said, this is something that we love offering as well. What are some of the interesting ones here? Telemarketers. So this could be something. I don't think AI is in a place yet where it's that good to be cold calling people and drumming up leads. Maybe in enough volume, maybe if you make 1,000 calls or 500 calls, you might see some results. But I think if you take 100 calls from a human and 100 calls from an AI agent, the human is going to win at this moment in time. We actually have a telesales AI agent that calls businesses on our client's behalf. But what we found is we have to do a lot of volume in order to get those results. Whereas, of course, if we have a human doing it, you'll probably see better results. We also have mathematicians. This is a very interesting one because there's a lot of debate on what kind of problems AI can solve currently. And AI can only solve the problems to which data we have access to already, right? If something has been undiscovered by people, it won't exist out there, will it? In the ether, it won't exist in the internet, it won't exist in books either. So it's not at a point where it's solving very trivial and fundamental questions, but it is getting to a point. And I've followed Elon Musk on this very closely. So that's what we have there. Now, on the flip side of things, jobs with the lowest AI applicability score, we have dredge operators, brick and lock tenders, water treatment plant and systems operators, boundary mold and call makers. As you can see, a lot of these require one, human effort, human input, and human discretion. So, for example, let's say you were in the oil and gas side of things, you need to be able to understand the dynamics of how the job works. There's obviously human input required, there's going to be some labor required. Maybe you need to be able to smell some form of gas to identify if it's a risk to the role or not. There's so many different nuances, and this is where it doesn't come in. So, if you are in these fields, your job is probably safe. So, yeah, I found that super interesting.